Did you know that 88% of millionaires are self-made? What got me really interested in this is some information around the source of their millions. My name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I talk about all things investing and growing your wealth. So in today's video, I wanted to talk through the source of most self-made millionaires' money because I thought it was actually really interesting. When it comes to investment strategies, self-made millionaires were more likely to have equity investments, while those who were born wealthy typically had more real estate investments. Now, I thought this was really interesting because essentially what it's saying is that self-made millionaires are more likely to be invested in the stock market, and people who had inherited their wealth were more likely to cite entrepreneurship or real estate investment appreciation and the inheritance itself as the source of their millions. So I know from personal experience that it can be very difficult to invest in real estate. So it took us 8 years of saving for a deposit to be able to buy our first home. So there is a big barrier to investing in real estate or having a massive real estate portfolio, enough to make you a millionaire. However, there is less of a barrier to being able to invest in the stock market, particularly now because it's been made so much easier through different online brokerages, and then also the option of investing simply through an app. So for self-made millionaires, their top sources of assets were investments, capital appreciation, compensation, and employee stock options and profit sharing. So they are more likely to be investing in the stock market than they are to be investing in real estate and property. Now, as I said, it took us 8 years to save up for a deposit for a house, whereas with as little as 8 minutes, you could already be opening your first investment and be on your way to being a self-made millionaire. So what I really like about the route into being a self-made millionaire and investing is that there isn't that massive barrier of having a ton of money set aside already to start investing. You can start investing for as little as £1, or if you wanted to set up a regular direct debit, they're normally set at around £25. So investing is the way that I do plan to become a millionaire. Okay, I've said it. At one point in my life, I would like to be a millionaire. Now, I am more of a long-term investor, and as I said, because I haven't had a kind of inheritance or a massive influx of money, it is going to take me some time, and I would consider myself a self-made millionaire when I finally do get there, and hopefully I will be able to get there. I think what's exciting about investing is the very fact that you do not have to come from money to be able to get started. You also don't have to have an amazing education to be able to start investing. And some of the schools I went to were a little bit dodgy actually, but I can still start investing and start making money through that. Albert Einstein said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And I certainly think this is the case. Now, for me personally, it is going to take a few years before I reach my millions, but I think what I do have is that I do have a lot of patience, which is a bonus. And by making the most of compound interest, I really do think it is achievable and possible. I'll pop a compound interest calculator in the description down below in case you want to come up with some kind of plan of how much you'd need to invest and how much you would need it to grow to get to a certain figure, for example, £1 million. But I will just pop that down below because obviously everyone's situation is so different, and the amount that you can invest on a monthly basis is going to be so different. Also, your risk tolerance level will be very different from mine, so I didn't want to give you a specific example. So with a dedicated plan, I think it is more than possible for a normal person to become a millionaire, particularly if you're taking advantage of compound interest and you are investing in a tax efficient way. So the way that I choose to invest is in an investment ISA or a stocks and shares ISA, and I also invest in a self-invested personal pension. Both of these are legal ways to make the most of your tax situation here in the UK. And with a stocks and shares ISA, you can invest up to £20,000 a year without paying any tax on the gains that you are making. With a SIP, there are also tax advantages to investing in a self-invested personal pension, but I'll link a video on a SIP here just in case you want to check that out. So I am planning to invest as much as I possibly can, and the way that I'm doing this is not through earning a sky-high salary, but it is through being relatively frugal. We don't choose to go with high-end things. For example, our car is a relatively cheap car, and it's certainly not one that you would be showing off to your friends, but it is comfortable and it is safe, and so far, touch wood, has been quite reliable. So yeah, we don't have high-end, top-of-the-range things because personally I would rather choose to invest that money and then in time, as I said, become a millionaire. Now, you might be thinking, why is she so obsessed with becoming a millionaire? And the truth is that I would like to be able to spend as much time with the people I love as I possibly can, and hopefully retire early and be able to live off your investments, which for me really is the goal. So I don't have any goals of being a millionaire who owns a Lambo, to be honest. I don't actually even know what a Lambo looks like. I'd also really love to be able to go to a restaurant and not look at the price before I look at what food I'm ordering. So I would really like to be very comfortable, ideally. I'd also like to be able to give to certain charitable organisations. I think that would be really lovely, and not be worried about money. I think that there is a lot of stress that comes with worrying about money, and I think it would be pretty dreamy not to worry about money. But by no means do I want to be a millionaire who is hugely affluent and has a huge amount of money, because I do think having a huge amount of money and that level of wealth would be stressful in itself. And I think that the whole idea with having enough money to be a millionaire would be to lower stress, really, and to be able to do things that you enjoy and spend time with the people that you love and the people that you enjoy spending time with. So I do think that this approach to investing is potentially a little bit boring, just putting away as much money as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. It's not very exciting, but I do think that investing in companies or funds, trusts and ETFs that you believe in will definitely serve you over time, and it's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. However, it could really serve you well into the future, and I'm here to tell you that with some careful planning and through investing, you could become a self-made millionaire. You could be one of those 88% of millionaires that are self-made. You absolutely don't need to inherit your wealth. Yes, that would be easier. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope you have a lovely 2022. Happy New Year to anyone who I haven't said it to, and thank you so very much for watching. Bye bye.